And what is going on, everybody? You are tuned in right now to another episode of Binge Buddies. That is right, dude. You're here again. You know what that means. It's Tuesday night. It's DTV. It's Binge Buddies. I'm your co-host, co-producer, co-man for the day here, Tony. And, of course, as always, on the table, we got Manny. What's up, dude?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well, man. God, stoked to be here for this episode, to be honest. And, of course, we have Michael on the couch over there. You can see him in camera, too, right there. Michael, how you doing, dude?
I'm doing very good. How are you?
Oh,
I'm very good, very good, very good man. Very good man right now. Very nice, very good, dude. Mr. what, dude?
Mr. Rusha.
Mr. Urusha, dude, of course. We have a jam-packed show for you today. You heard it in the voice, dude. We're talking Thunderbolts, a movie that personally, for me, I was waiting for. I've been hyped for this movie ever since we watched the first trailer, dude.
I didn't even ask.
What the fuck?
I just hit the mic. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, dude. I heard.
Like, you like that?
Yeah, dude.
And of course, Tony was the kid in school that like just
calls you out on it. Yeah.
That was
man, he did something stupid,
and no one noticed. But he had to point it out.
What do you mean no one noticed? Everyone noticed.
Well, it's like
people would fucking notice,
They
dude.
could have ignored it.
No, none. People heard it, dude.
No,
Yeah,
no, because
I don't ignore what I can hear.
Is that how it works?
That's how that works,
Good
dude.
for you.
I'm sorry, man. Though, what were you saying?
I was gonna say before I schmack the mic,
Schmack-a-dack-a the mic.
mic, was that I didn't ask you yet how you felt about this movie because I haven't gotten any kind of like reaction or talk. So I'm very excited to see because everyone's been saying this is like
it's a good one that's been coming out.
This is the turnaround here.
Yeah, for sure. And before we get into it, I want to get to our comments first because we have Michael Buckter, who I know
he's commenting, baby.
He's been waiting because we have sports report, obviously internet problems here, dude. He's meant to tell you this morning. He says doesn't say like hello or good evening or
like yo. Bitch.
Ernie and I had late night contact at 1 a.m. last night. Tony, tell Manny about the history between Ernie and I.
Ernie and Bert, what's going on?
Not Bert and Ernie. No. This is Ernie who comments in from the sports port, dude. Ernie from Kearney.
I don't know Ernie from
who
Kearney.
may or may not be still in Kearney, to be honest. Bronx, doesn't matter, dude.
Bronx.
But he's been, I guess, honestly, I don't know how Buckta comments or got his number or, right? Like, how did he even get his number, dude?
Probably Instagram, but dude, guess who's going to Terrificon?
Josh B?
No, you're going to be hyped about it. It's an actress you like.
Jennifer Gardner.
Older. I'll give you 2 more tries.
Helen Mirren.
I don't know how old she is, but probably around that same age.
She's pretty old.
She's in a franchise that you love.
In a franchise that I love.
What is it?
I mean, there's a ton.
You get one more
Leah
guess.
Thompson.
Karen Allen.
No way, dude.
Look
Indiana
at how
Jones.
happy this guy.
Yeah, dude.
No, yeah, that's a good get, dude. And also, she was in Animal House as well.
Oh, yeah, she
Yeah,
was.
dude. She was what's his name's girlfriend.
Yeah, she was a babe then.
Super babe.
I'm sure she still looks great now, dude. Okay,
Yeah.
she's just older. It's fine, dude.
I know.
Karen Allen, it's a good get, dude.
I know. I thought you'd like that. Sorry.
Yeah,
Continue. So yeah, late night Instagram, and then Ernie might have made the mistake of giving the number.
Oh no, Michael Buck says it's Instagram.
Oh yeah, he didn't do it.
So at first, Ernie's wife thought that he was cheating on her.
Yeah.
But it was Michael Buckta contacting him late night, dude.
Phone ringing.
Right? How crazy is that, dude? I mean, not for nothing, dude.
It's literally that commercial for Allstate.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, dude. I mean, you know.
What are you wearing?
What are you?
Khakis?
Yeah, khakis. Oh, she sounds hideous.
Yeah, you sound hideous.
She's a guy, dude.
Yeah, she is.
And then also, Buckta said internet crash for the sports port. It seemed like LOL. Yes, well, you know what, Michael? Not for nothing. If you follow us on social media, you would have been updated. You didn't have to text a group. Okay, dude.
Yeah, honestly, Michael, it's really disappointing. It makes me not want to like talk to you.
Damn.
He also says, explain to my man Manny about Luka staring down the Mavs bench, dude.
Stop it, dude. You can't talk about Luka. He got eliminated. He's trash.
But Manny's aware of the Luka situation, Dallas to LA, dude. Yeah. Manny is a huge fan of the NBA, dude.
Well, I do. I know the news. I know he just had a big meeting with JJ Redick Gunner and everybody.
Big meeting, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you a part of that meeting?
I was.
Yeah, dude. Arguing
He's gonna go over and
numbers.
play in Serbia. Right?
Yes. In Serbia.
Man, he's up to date.
Dude,
It's
I know
actually
my
impressive.
shit, man. I know my shit.
Yeah,
Sexy.
dude.
Yeah.
Dude. Buckta also hyped for Mission Impossible 2 weeks from Friday.
I know.
Saw the trailer, by the way,
thing,
before Thunderbolts. Like, that movie looks like it's gonna be sick, dude. Like, classic, gonna be a good summer blockbuster.
What was the trailer for you? Because I saw like a little preview and it was just him putting on like this underwater.
Oh no, we had the whole thing,
trailer?
dude. The full like 2.5 minutes.
Nice.
I need you to trust me one more time.
Oh yeah, I remember watching.
And then it's just like fucking, but it speeds up, it slows down, the montage, the action,
one of the things
dude.
That they've been showing lately now.
It started off with him in the airplane on the side.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, Mike, you know he did that for real? He was like,
oh my gosh, no. Wow.
I knew that.
What's wrong with you? What are you doing right now? What are you listening to? Huh?
Listening to something.
What are you listening to, Mike? Michael! Mike, what are you listening to? Mike! What are you listening to?
Shut up.
People can see what's on your screen.
Can
See
they?
a video of a woman, maybe.
Oh man, I didn't even realize.
I'm listening to a woman speak.
What is she saying?
Never do.
What is she saying, dude? You don't respect them, what they say. What does she say?
I don't respect what
You don't respect them what they say.
What?
Oh my god,
That's
dude.
hilarious.
Michael Buckta. Oh my god, Michael Buckta. Man, maybe got in trouble. He goes, I would love Ernie's number. Oh no, dude. And Buckta says, Michael, no.
Poor Ernie.
Poor Ernie is right. Michael Buckta says, Michael, don't stop being friends with me.
Don't stop being.
Oh, Michael, I was just teasing, buddy. I'll always be friends with you.
It's a shout out to Barnes, dude.
He's
Brian Barnaby. That's a great bite.
No, it's not, dude. That's it for the comments, dude. And I guess we'll get right into it. Manny wants to talk about it. He's
hit me with it. Hit me with it.
yearning for it, dude. Let's get to
Yearning, I'm
Thunderbolts
feeling it.
here. I guess I should have looked up the opening box office. Huh? I didn't really think to do that.
$100 million.
I knew it was coming.
40?
What?
60?
That your throat was gonna need.
No, yeah, it's not good right now, dude. Let's look it up, dude. Thunderbolts opening. No, not post credit scene.
He loves
Opening.
Lawrence Pugh.
You're so dumb, dude. You didn't know her name.
He was like just staring at her the whole time.
She's on the screen, probably. Yeah.
Well, no, like
Weird how that works.
with googly eyes though. With googly eyes.
Oh yeah, that's true. He gets his googly eyes.
Yeah, I was
I've
looking
seen
at
it.
him when he was
Courtesy
looking.
of Rotten Tomatoes
76
editorial.com
mil.
here. Thunderbolts secures $76 million at the box office for the debut here.
Funny, I wasn't off by much.
Would you say?
I said 100. 100 million.
You're
as
off by
joke.
a quarter.
But still,
Like you're a quarter, a whole quarter,
that's
dude.
still pretty damn good.
No, it's pretty close, too. In any
That's
case,
actually pretty impressive, is what it is. It's
no, yeah, it is very
good
impressive, dude.
a good
And
number.
obviously, you know, this movie, I mean, even though they've been transitioning, you know, this was a bigger part, I think, you know, obviously leading
calling it
into
like
this
the new
summer.
Avengers, yeah.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
but even, you know, people hyped up, you know, the Fantastic Four coming out this summer as well. So a lot of things going around the MCU, as well as, you know, the arrival of Doomsday and Secret Wars and so on and so forth. So, you know, there was a lot, I think, of hype going into this film. And I think it lived up to all that hype, to be honest.
Good.
Not to mention, we did see about 1,000,001 fucking trailers.
Yeah.
Like throughout literally, I don't know,
Yeah.
the past like 6 months or so. Like, it's been a lot of advertising,
It is.
obviously.
How long was the movie?
210.
It was pretty
Okay.
long.
Okay.
So obviously, like I said, transition movie, and dare I say here, Thunderbolts, I think, has been the best movie in this transition from phase 5 to 6, right? To transition
wherever the
between
fuck
these
we are,
phases,
yeah.
basically, dude. Because Manny,
Please.
where other movies such as maybe the new Guardians or the new Ant-Man and the Wasp, you know, obviously it's tough with Kang the Conqueror, the Failure, whatever, dude. But where this movie succeeded was like the characters were good. I wouldn't say the other movies have bad acting. They have good acting, Pratt, whatever. But the writing was good.
Yeah.
Like the actual dialogue was good. The storyline were good. The
That's good.
themes all lined up here.
Yeah.
And not for nothing, in a world where we have Suicide Squad, even to the extent of Guardians of the Galaxy or stuff like that, we've seen specifically in Marvel and even outside that, like the whatever Henry Cavill movie that was that came out, the Guy Ritchie film, where we do get this group of misfits brought together for some type of better cause who have to team up and aren't the same and different whatever, dude. It felt fresh. It felt new. Obviously, you know, Florence Pugh reprising her role as Elena Bolova. I think it's Bolova. It doesn't really matter, honestly. Eastern European doesn't matter.
It matters a lot.
No, it doesn't, dude.
All Eastern Europeans do.
No, they're all coagulated into one, really. And then, of course, David Harbour, obviously, to come in as Red Guardian. And then even some of the new people, dude, I thought that they brought in were great. Or at least, like... So anyway, let me back up a little bit. Obviously, we know Florence Pugh, Black Widow's sister. We know the storyline. Scarlett Johansson.
Did not know the storyline.
Oh, you don't know that's...
No, you know what's funny?
She sacrificed herself.
Yeah. You've seen the new Avengers, no?
Yeah, but I don't remember any of that.
Oh, well...
It's been a while since
I guess because Scarlett Johansson, too, is one of the people who were not able to come back after they brought people back, but they did bring her back.
They didn't bring her back.
She's dead for real.
For realsies. But then they came out with a show, right?
The movie. Which was a prequel. Which I ended up seeing, even though I was like, well, it was kind of a weird timing because it's like that should have came out before Infinity War.
Yeah. Well, it was funny. I was listening or I saw another video and it was who's the director? Kevin Feige? Or who's the director
of Avengers?
Yeah.
It's not Kevin Feige.
Is he part? What is he? I think it was his comment then that
he's the president of Marvel.
Yeah, so it was his comment saying that they went a little too far with interconnecting all these damn shows and these stories.
Really?
Yeah, and that was kind of part of the downfall for a little bit of it.
It was.
Which now, it makes sense, and I hope that they correct that with this, and that they don't kind of go too nuts with having to make, all these little side projects come out just to give these, smaller roles, bigger movies, So I don't know. It'll be interesting. What's the other one? The Hawkeye. They did Hawkeye too.
Yeah, Hawkeye.
It was a lot, and you had to watch. You just said, I forgot all about that part, even though it was mainly in the
Avengers
part.
But it did I
feel like it wasn't that.
Not that you have to, but you would benefit greatly if you watch Black Widow.
Yeah.
Because it does. This movie relies heavily on those characters. As in Elena and Red Guardian, you know, their big roles here and understanding their backstory, I guess adds to a little bit of the movie. It also adds to, one of the main villain in Black Widow, Taskmaster, was in the beginning of this movie. So it's just little things like that.
Character,
same actress, same character.
Actors,
yeah.
See, that's the other thing is I feel like I kind of want to just cut off the last phases.
Yeah. No, you can
go into this going fresh, being all right, this is the new phase. We're going to keep with this and we're kind of going a different direction.
Yeah. No, you can do that. Again, it's just
even Captain America fucking flopped too.
Yeah. With Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Bad.
Yeah, dude, because and this movie takes place right after that. Because they reference Harrison Ford, our old president became this giant red Hulk thingy. But again, even to go on that storyline, I mean, I think they did what Kevin Feige was saying about getting too broad with these connections. I feel like they did do that, but this movie, again, where other movies didn't succeed, it brought in a lot of these guys. Like I said, Elena, right? So Florence Pugh's character, Red Guardian. Even the guy who played U.S. Agent, whatever the fuck his name was, Walter, I forget what his name, but he was the Captain America after Chris Evans.
Yeah.
And his character, and you actually see him in, I think, was it Falcon and Winter Soldier? He was in that movie, he was referred to as U.S. Agent, who was the next Captain America. In this movie, he's he killed some innocent man.
So now he can.
So he was ripped of Captain America
status.
Which again, I was it's pretty sweet. And even to have all these actors reprise their roles where they were small.
Yeah.
In these other films, I think added to it. Because I feel like if you did recast these characters
and completely did a redo,
it would be like, then why did it matter? Why did it matter in the other movie?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, so it was kind of cool to see these things be connected.
Yeah,
and then like off rip, you're in action. You know,
right.
Florence Pugh, the accent, she's dialed in. She got the look, she got the feel. Again, off rip, she's doing a mission. You know, so she's into it, and you start to right away understand her mental state of things because as in many of these movies, you are kind of questioning at what point really are we. Yeah. So we know we're obviously post Infinity War, and then because she brings it up, we're post the newest Captain America. Okay, so that's the state of the world we're in. Somewhat disarray. You're not even sure who the president is at this time, you know. But she's also talking about not having her sister, Black Widow, disconnected from Red Guardian, her father, Alexei, right? For over a year. So she's just been floating around, you know, throwing herself into work, not working out. She's depressed, doesn't really know what's going on. And that's where we are. Right in the first 5 minutes, we get this. And she's narrating this over some sweet action shots of her just like running through this lab in Malaysia. All right, dude. And even like the cinematography was kind of dope. There was this one scene like off rip where she's clearing out this hallway, and it's this dope like overhead tracking shot, and you get this sweet overhead look of her just ripping through this hallway.
Nice.
Which is cool. And you know the and she is basically Black Widow in terms of how she is
moves,
combatively. You know, so it's cool, it's believable, and she absolutely kills it. And it really pulls you in off rip. And then explosion, boom, and she's like, you know what? Time for a change. Calls up Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who's the head of the CIA at the time. Right now, I want a better role in this. I want a more public role is what she wants. You know, she wants to be fulfilled. Maybe some superhero-ness, dude. We'll kill it. So that's basically the plot line. Julia Louis-Dreyfus is being impeached for basically crimes against humanity. Of course, you know, like the Blue Book stuff, like testing of humans without people knowing.
Dirty girl.
This super serum, weird stuff, experiments. Exactly, dude. So then she is like, yo, get everyone on this mission, loose ends, tell them they're going to, you know, take out this guy, but they're all taking out each other, and we blow the place up and we destroy the loose ends, and I'm scot-free. But obviously that's where the Thunderbolts realize quickly, hey, she told me to look for you. She told you to look for me. You were supposed to look for her. What's going on here? Like, this was never. What are we doing here?
Kill each other,
and then bang, mash up, dude. But again, to the point of the. This is in the first 5-10 minutes. Right away, action. Taskmaster dead. Right. So the main villain from Black Widow shot in the face.
Nice.
Boom.
Right.
Okay.
Dome.
And it's pretty crazy because again, Olga Kurylenko, whatever her name is. Who was Taskmaster in Black Widow, Taskmaster in this one, and it's dope because she shows up, mask comes off. Oh my god, it's the same girl. Mask goes on, fight scene. Oh, they fucking killed her off. So then they get you with some like good shock value off rip.
Yeah.
So they really pull you into this movie, dude.
That's good.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. And then the way everything kind of unfolds, it just really to me makes sense. You know, even the main. You know, because, you know, even though we have these 5 guys who they kind of focus on, Bucky comes in afterwards because Bucky, Senator, knows Julia Louis-Dreyfus bad. So he's like, I'm getting back to my old ways, and then fucking arm on, and then he goes in the desert to find out what's what and teams up with Thunderbolts basically afterwards because he realized, oh, we can all work together to bring her down, dude.
That's where I woke up.
Yeah, my ankle fell asleep.
I woke up at like a good part.
So they come together, and then it's just like quick lines, dude. Good action, good comedy, good storytelling. And then that's basically, again, the gist for the movie, that they team up. It is interesting that the villain they chose, this guy, the Sentry. Bob is his name. And he was, when the Thunderbolts were fighting each other in the beginning in that vault, he like came up out of nowhere. He was like one of the boxes. He was one of the pieces of evidence that was going to be destroyed. Okay, dude. And apparently he was a part of this chemical trial that is supposed to create like the perfect superhero, but it started killing everyone. That's what she was on trial for. Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Yes, dude.
Killed everyone.
Yes. And then I guess this guy slipped through the cracks. And they're like, on the footage, who the hell is this guy? And they're like, well,
who's this fool?
Apparently this guy is, what's his name? And we have a file pulled up and he was part of this fucking thing. And it was like, well, if he's still alive, it must have worked. He's got superpowers. So they want to go.
He's got superpowers.
Go after him now, sort of deal. So he becomes, basically, this guy who is the fuck up his entire life, the little weenie guy, not strong, not cool,
never
heroin addict, domestic violence of the parents here. Always someone who's non-threatening, doesn't do anything, is now becoming this major threat to the world. And he becomes the void. His darkness consumes him. And then his darkness starts to exonerate on the outside, dude. And I guess Michael made a point where in the end, it's kind of like a, hey, like, hey, like we're your friends. We're here for you. And the void starts to disappear because he's being loved so much,
Oh my God, there's so much love.
But again, I think the way I wrote it or said it just now, because I didn't write anything, the way I said it kind of makes it sound worse than it actually is.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like unbearable.
Yeah.
Like it made sense.
But still, yeah.
Like again, like because in the beginning
there's so much information.
There's so much information specifically about like again, Florence Pugh's character, like where she is mentally, like that was a theme. They connected because of that. He feels like he's meaningless floating along this fucking world of nothingness. She feels like she's meaningless floating along this fucking world of nothingness. And that I think it posed for a great mesh, great working. And not for nothing, that guy, Lewis Pullman, who the hell is he? I don't know, dude. Even, I know David Harbour or whatever, but Wyatt Russell, the guy who plays U.S. Agent, it's like I've seen him in 21 Jump Street. Like that's what he was the quarterback in 21 Jump Street. I remember like, which also it's like,
you're like,
and now he's playing like this broken Captain America guy who like everyone starts to make fun of him at first because they think, oh, like you were the perfect like exemplar of a superhero. You had the wife, you had the child, you were a veteran. Tactical experience. Like you were Captain America. You were the Captain America. And then you fucked it up. And then they all realized that after he fucked it up, he was consumed by the mistake.
Of course.
His wife and kid left him.
No way.
And he's basically a fucking loser, dude. Okay?
Loser.
And I think he did a really good job at that, dude. Again, like, obviously everyone has problems, I guess, but I think it created this sense of like, what am I looking for? When you resonate with someone, like these are very relatable characters.
I see.
Even though they're superheroes, people were down with that,
down with the sickness,
and because of the depth of their storylines, I think it was better than like a Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I mean, it already looked like it was going to be better. It's again DC versus Marvel. DC just didn't know how to do it right.
They don't know how to do anything right.
I mean, it was fun. The first one was fun. The second one was just kind of like, eh. Because the first one, you're just like excited to see all these characters together. And again, it's like a cool ensemble, but then you kind of get, and then they did Birds of Prey, which sucked.
It was just not good.
Not good. So, I mean, I actually was kind of excited for this one to come out because I was like, oh, if I have time, maybe I'll try to go watch it. But it seems like it's worth it.
Yeah, I think it was totally worth it. Saw it at Adobe, IMAX, sick. The sound, the special effects, it didn't feel like it was cheaped out on.
That's
like the CGI.
Yeah.
And even
that could be sometimes the detriment. Like completely destroys it. It's just like, and that's I think what's been happening with some of the DC stuff. You kind of watch it and you're like, I don't believe in this world. I don't believe in what they're trying to show me. And this seems a little bit more gritty too. It's like more real. It reminds me of The Boys.
Yeah. No, yeah.
That type of feel,
Totally. Again, like in the beginning, like you see this person get shot in the head.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't see, but like the helmet, bullet hole, blood. And you're like, oh, damn, dude.
Like,
she, dude. Like, dude's getting stabbed, my guy. And again, the characters were cool. Beyond Elena, I mentioned Red Guardian, who's hilarious, but, does bring... he's a super soldier serum guy. He's a Russian knockoff. Okay, I'm not the Russian knockoff. Which is great. And then, like I said, U.S. Agent, even Ghost too. There was this girl, Ghost, who is a guy, I think, in the comic books, but that's fine by me.
Was there a movie that just came out? No, it probably was something different. Probably something.
She was great. That character, again, you don't really get much depth or backstory to her, but her powers are pretty cool. She can turn things and herself invisible
Nice.
and like walk through walls and shit.
Worlds
and shit,
Hit him
dude.
with your walls.
And again, Florence Pugh, the comedic relief was there, dude.
Nice.
And there's something about those Russian accents that I think make it funnier between her and David Harbaugh.
I bet.
Harbaugh or whatever.
Harbaugh.
So I would say that this movie was great. Definitely like deserving of that Rotten Tomatoes score, deserving of the $76 million box office opening weekend.
It's the first time you said that in a while, bud.
Yeah. And it does the way it ends, like the way Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character does kind of like work her way around the situation.
Yeah, you're like you're into it. Like it was.
The way it ended was perfect, and the setup was perfect.
What's supposed to be the next?
Mm-hmm.
So the way it's set up,
Mm-hmm.
So the way it's set up is that, again, like Julia Louis-Dreyfus had also control of the media, you know, like in terms of how these superheroes look, which is why she was looking for the next perfect superhero to be like, I created this.
Yeah.
And boom. So in the end, when obviously her plan goes awry and the Thunderbolts win, she kind of does this thing. Again, you're like, kind of like, at first I was like, this is kind of fucking weird, like the way she's acting.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden she like, they're about to like literally kill her. And she's like, oh, wait, I take this phone call 1 minute. And like goes behind the bus of the wreckage and they go after her. And then it's all the reporters. And she's like, I have put together this tactical team since the Avengers just assembled. These are the new Avengers. Boom, dude. And then that's her way to be like, you fucking, yeah, that's right.
Nice.
This was all part of the plan, dude.
Was that part of... Was that the actual ending or was that the extra?
That was the actual ending of the film.
Was there an extra?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the extra is basically they are, which is kind of funny, post credits. They're the new Avengers, and there's some, comedy where like Anthony Mackie, Captain America is like, no, you're not the Avengers. We're the Avengers trademarked. They do Avengers with the Z. Avengers with Z.
Avengers with Z.
Yeah, it was funny.
It was pretty funny. But in the end, Fantastic Four come. Their space enters the atmosphere.
Right,
what is this?
Yeah.
And then it's their fucking ship, dude. And Florence Pugh, Yelena Barloff. I had to pronounce that name better. Yelena Belova. Yelena Belova. And the visuals were just really cool. Everything about this movie was great. I stayed up for it. Michael did not.
Nice.
Which is
I
fine,
did for most
dude.
of it.
Just fine.
And I don't think they like I kind of thought Bucky was going to play a bigger role in this movie.
And he didn't?
But he didn't. It was very much so about Yelena and Bob.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he was just the transition.
Yeah.
He's just your typical just coming in after, because they
coming in after, dude.
They failed at his movie too. I don't think his
Soldier.
movie, or was it movie or show?
No, Winter Soldier was a movie. It was second.
What was the other? Oh, the Falcon was the show, right?
Falcon was the show, yeah. That I never again, the new Captain America sucked.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't good. The story wasn't great. Harrison Ford was good.
Yeah.
But like that plot wasn't believable. Anthony Mackie fighting Red Hulk wasn't believable, and that
comes out, because I gotta watch that.
Yeah, you should know. You should watch it. And it's interesting because I feel like a lot of like Marvel fans ridicule the MCU because they nerf like characters. They nerf the Hulk. They nerf Thor.
Yeah.
Because if they didn't, then like
it wouldn't make sense.
Like Captain America wouldn't really be as strong, right? Or like Iron Man, exactly. Like you'd have these gods who clearly, and then would beat these humans.
Well, and it's also like, I mean, the Thor part of it. Thor protects the Earth. It's like that's why he can be as powerful as he can and fight everything else. Hulk is just a bad. Like there's no like you don't point Hulk in a direction and go do that. He just does whatever.
Exactly.
So
dude.
like you get that kind
and
of
his
thing.
Strength is not matched. Yeah. Like there is no limit to his strength,
not even,
dude. Like
Thor and him have and it was pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So it is, and then even now you jump into the X-Men whole origin, and you fucking have Wolverine who doesn't die.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Exactly. Like it is. Like I will give it to them. It is a challenge to put these characters on screen. Same thing with Sentry too. They nerfed Sentry in order to, not for nothing. Like again, like Florence Pugh, like her character isn't even a superhero.
Yeah,
she's just a deadly trained assassin. She's Black Widow. You know. Yeah. So they kind of had to make it almost believable, which they did. I thought.
Okay. Good.
And it should be interesting to see what Fantastic Four does, because what's his name is going to be the main villain, Guardian.
RDJ.
No, in Fantastic Four, not in the Avengers.
Galactus.
Oh, Galactus.
Yeah, dude. Because he's another one. He's another one who's like he eats worlds.
Yeah. We saw what they did with him already, or at least tried to
in Fantastic Four.
And the other one,
which they, I don't know. I remember reading up on it, and that like that form of the planet that he took is like another form of Galactus.
Yeah.
But obviously, you're used to the guy, the fucking purple helmet, who's huge and just fucking walking around.
Yeah, it'll be good. I think so too. I think they're moving in the right direction, and hopefully, this is just the beginning.
Yeah, dude, that's what I mean.
Fantastic Four is going to be fun.
It's going to be sick. I think,
and the fact that we watch the trailers and it's got that look. It's at that 70s look. It's 60s, 70s, and it's aweson. It's just it's gonna
awesome.
feel good. It's gonna feel good.
So I would say go see this movie. Go see it in theaters. Worth the theater trip. If I had to rate it out of 10, so I'm trying to think of the new grading scale, Manny.
Yeah, I know.
What do we say? 3 is unwatchable now?
Yeah, 3 is unwatchable. I think 3 and under is unwatchable.
So I guess a 7.4, I guess, is what that would be. Maybe that would equate that.
I like that.
3 being unwatchable, Thunderbolts 7.4. Very watchable.
Yeah.
I would say
7.4.
Rewatchable.
7.4 is like you go to the theater and watch
yes, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like you
go to the theater, get the popcorn.
In the 7s, you're looking at that.
Yeah, they have
in the 8s. In the 8s, you're like you have to go watch it. Unless you're talking about a classic that we're talking about.
Yeah.
And then 9s are just that's just in its own level.
Just fucking watch it all the time.
Then you hit like 60s and you're like, wait for streaming.
Right. I like that. 7 is go to the theaters, get the popcorn 50s, bucket, dude.
50s is when you start really regretting what you've done. Do
you regret what you've done?
You're just like, did I watch did I waste this, or was this just mind numbing? It's more like a mind numbing. It's like you watched it, it could be in the background, you could care less about it. Then you hit those 40s and it's 30, 40. It's just like don't even watch, but maybe watch it once just to say you watched it. Type thing. And then 3 under, you're screwed, buddy. You're done. Fucking done. Get out of here.
It's a good breakdown.
I think so. I think it just popped in. I was like, this makes sense, actually. Because your 7.4 makes sense. It's not the best. Now, where would you rank it in your MCU universe movies?
MCU universe movies. Like, I mean, that's so tough, dude.
Yeah.
I would say top 10. I know there's a lot of movies.
Yeah.
But I would say it's a top 10.
How about character movie wise? Like, well, no, because you haven't seen origins of these guys either.
Yeah, no. Because I mean, again, you're thinking of like Infinity War is probably number 1, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, you definitely put you're putting all the Avengers 2. Up there above it. You're putting Age of Ultron was good.
Yeah, I don't think
the first one was good.
The first
Endgame is good.
Endgame's fine.
I would put all of it above them. I wouldn't put Winter Soldier above it.
Dude, I'd put one of the Thors and
I'd put Thor 1, Iron Man 1, Captain America 1.
All the X-Men. Like fuck that.
Well, technically the MCU they're not really technically in it. But the new, I guess the prequel ones, Days of Future Past, but I don't think I would, to be honest. Maybe the first one, the first X-Men with Jennifer Lawrence, Mystique.
You love her.
Yeah, she's all right.
No, you love her in that role.
I'm trying to think like what else in terms of these MCU movies. I mean, and probably not the first. I wouldn't put any of the Ant-Mans ahead of it, to be honest.
No. How about the first ensemble?
Avengers?
No, whatchamacallit?
The first ensemble?
Starfucker.
Oh, Galaxy Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one?
Oh yeah, the first one did do damage.
I probably would put the first Guardians in front of it, not the second one though. Not the third one, certainly not.
Definitely not the third one.
Damn it, what are we at? Like 8 or 9 then? So it is.
Yeah, it's
probably creeping into 10.
Okay.
You know, because I get off the top of my dome.
Yeah.
It's just making 15.
Because like Thor 2 wasn't that. Civil War was good. I'd probably throw Civil War in there.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange. Nah, I can take it or leave it on Doctor Strange.
Yeah, that one's not.
Yeah.
Any of the shows really, on any of those side characters, it doesn't really make it through. So, all right, I like it.
Yeah. Thank you, dude. What would you give it, Michael? Score wise.
Yeah, like definitely. So if 7's going in the movies,
Yeah.
7.
See it in theaters.
Yeah, 7.
Go see it in theaters.
On the dot?
Yeah, on the dot.
On the Dizzy dot.
Yeah, because
Dizzy
like
dot Dizzy dot. Hey,
I don't know.
fix it. What'd you fix? Was I not in focus? What's up?
how they the
Weird
villain
was catching weird.
the villain could have been better, and like the way like they literally Manny hugged him to beat him,
Nice bear hug.
like all of them together.
Anaconda squeeze.
No, like love hug.
Because like the way I guess.
Oh, they have to kill him with kindness.
Yeah, I guess like one
See,
of
that
his
sucks.
one of his
Yeah.
powers
that
was
sucks.
like the void, right? So
I know, Manny. I know.
his progression was like obviously he was a damaged person. That's why he was doing this medical trial because he didn't give a fuck about his life.
I mean, it was kind of lame. His
Finally,
backstory.
Gets powers, realizes that like, oh, this is sick. I got all these powers, and then realize like, why am I listening to this Julia Louis-Dreyfus woman?
When I'm a
I just do my own thing.
I am.
And then he realizes that, like, again, early in the movie, Yelena talking about how she was depressed, the world sucks, whatever, dude, just push it all down. He realizes, you know what? Yelena was right. Fuck the world. And consumed by his own darkness, and then takes his darkness and consumes the world. And I guess
with you.
what he was doing was like
am here.
the void took over himself, took him over, like the serum that he was injected with.
Yeah.
It wasn't him, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And what I guess the power did is that it brought you to like horrible memories of your
Nice.
life or something,
That's always
dude.
bad.
So that's why you get to some scenes of Yelena's backstory where she had to kill the first girl she killed when she was in the Red Room project thing and fucking in the Ukraine or whatever.
The Ukraine.
I am done from the Ukraine. And then she goes through like different memories and stuff, tries to find Bob, finds him in his own memories. And then the rest of the Thunderbolts realize, oh, like, because she went into the void. Everyone thought she was dead.
How dare they?
But they're like, yo, if she went in the void, maybe she went there for a reason.
Dun,
and
dun,
then they go in the void with after her to catch her. And they all end up in the same fucking memory of Bob. And they all be like, yo, Bob, like, you don't got to do this, Bob.
Bob, it ain't for you,
I
dog.
am with you, bub.
Bob.
I could they said Bob.
Everybody knows Bob, you know.
Bob. Bob?
Bobby.
Bob.
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 Bobby.
He thinks he is smart. I am smart.
I am
smart.
smarter. Yes.
Speaking of smart here, Marco in the house says, hey, buddies. Tony.
buddies?
Tony Spicy. Manny Spicy.
Always.
Michael Spicy
So
as well,
spicy.
dude.
I'm the spiciest.
So go check out Thunderbolts if you haven't already, dude. And if you have, like, how about you fucking call in 646-285-1259 number in the ticker below here. Let us know what you thought. Are you hyped up for the next phase here? Avengers coming in. A lot of obvious, backlash, obvious hype from some fans as well. Love to hear your opinion, dude.
Always.
Speaking of variances of opinions with the fan base, move on to our next topic here, which is the newest episode of The Last of Us, dude.
Baby.
So number four here. Number four. So, honestly, like, even I was like realized like, oh, we're at episode 4 already, and like,
Yeah.
like, come on.
Yeah.
So, this episode we were going into Manny. Like, all right, we did the aftermath episode 3 after Joel's death, the city, the town, the rebuilding. Ellie leaves with Dina, dude.
Later, Dina.
Go on the road.
Adios.
Let's get to some fucking action.
Let's see it.
And in my opinion, we don't get enough action in this episode.
Not at all.
No.
But it starts off so good though.
Yeah.
Because we get the flashback to 2018. You're seeing Josh Peck. You're seeing Fedra right now and what douchers these Fedra guys are.
Yeah.
And then you get Isaac's character introduced, which I believe in the game. People out there, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm kind of piecing together the game in my head as I remember it as I watched the show.
Yeah.
But I don't believe they give you much backstory on Isaac in terms of like he was a Fedra that's gone awry. If they do, it's nothing like this, like a flashback where you see him really be like, yo,
well, that shit was crazy.
Fuck this Fedra,
that
dude.
shit was awesome.
That shit was pretty sick, but I don't know, man. I think it could have been more graphic. Like I thought I was gonna see Josh Peck get his fucking face like plowed in by something.
No. I think it's pure evil, and it's pure evil with regret. You're like, you see how he opens it up and just tosses it in there. And he's just like, you know what? They're like, for him,
up to something.
He was up to something.
But like, it worked. It worked. And then when the driver gets out, pops him right there. Like,
yeah, that was good.
That's a badass move. It's like you did the kind of like the traitor move and decided, all right, I'm out.
Yeah.
And then he gives this dude the choice.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, all right, now it's your turn. And then boom, like we're into the episode.
Yeah, dude.
It was killer. I was excited.
It was killer.
And then things started to go a little bit slow.
Yes, I will say that it did. Because we do, I guess after that we do cut to Ellie and Dina, I guess, right? Because they're in Seattle.
Yep.
They're walking around, kind of scoping things out.
Yep.
They find the fucking broadcasting station, right? The TV station.
That's where they were. That's right.
Yeah. Because they find the bodies in there.
Yep. The hanging ones.
Exactly, dude. That was pretty cool, dude. Honestly, that scene.
Was when you saw that graphic.
And it's interesting because we stay after.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you got? What do you got? Did I miss something?
No,
what happened in
mind.
between? Something happened in between?
Nope, you're right. Something
because they run into the wolves there.
Yeah.
And then they
get out because they pop a few. They killed like 3 of them.
Right.
And then they're getting chased out.
Yeah.
And then they end up
in the not submarine. What the hell am I thinking? Train station. The train
thing. Yeah.
The subway. Right?
Yeah.
They go underground, subway, bang, bang, boom, boom, bite, whatever. Yeah. And that's where you kind of end up with it because they find the movie theater sort of deal.
Yeah. And then she finds out, she gets bit. Like, you know what? It rounded it out with her getting bit in the stomach.
Yes.
Because she that was like her proof. It's like, look.
Yes.
So finally that comes in.
Yes.
And you're like, okay, so that whole scene makes more sense now.
Mm-hmm.
But then her going, I'm pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just becomes this sexy time.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
Was this in the game? Was this relationship this tight? Was it like that? That's what it was. Okay.
It was, again, in the game, it is similar. Whereas that this happens.
Yeah.
And that Dina is pregnant with Jesse's child. But their relationship, it seems that most characters in the game are just more hardcore, combative.
Okay.
Because like in the game, and again, people can correct me out there if I'm wrong, by the way. But I'm pretty sure Tommy goes out first. Tommy goes on the rampage.
Gotcha.
He's fucking ripping throats. Yeah. I think he goes out there with Jesse. I think that's I'm pretty sure that's how the game goes first. And Dina and Ellie sneak out to follow them.
Gotcha.
And they I'm pretty sure you're picking up clues and you're trying to track down Tommy. And you you run into some wolves that he clearly just investigated and fucked up. He goes hard. So that again, so you don't have that.
Yeah.
You have, which again,
that's what it is. It's like it gave you this extreme start, and then you just slowed down. But I don't know how much I give a shit about that relationship.
Right. But see, again, even in the game, you kind of do, because even when Dina tells Ellie that she's pregnant, Ellie gets really angry, actually.
Yeah, I was about
She's like, are you stupid?
That's what I thought.
Why didn't you say anything? We could have went back. You're out here with the fucking what are you going to do?
And she does
what good are you to me now?
She does do that later on.
Yeah.
Where she's like, I don't think you should go anymore.
Yeah.
And she's like, here's my hand.
Yeah.
You know, so that conversation does happen.
Right.
It just happens later on because
right.
I mean,
but
she's so stoked about it. I'm like, dude, but the dude, they're like, oh, we're gonna be like little 3.
Yeah, you're assuming a lot of things here.
Yeah, like she's gonna be a dad. I was like
you're really assuming.
What? I'm like, how do you get how?
Yeah, how do you put 2 and 2 together?
You forgot about the other guy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be real strange. But again, you get to that point and you're like, all right, come on.
Yeah. No, yeah, kind of all right, come on. I'm trying to think if anything else really happened to them, because then they walk out, they see the battle ahead.
Yeah, that they have to go to that white building, and then inside, what's his face is someone's being tortured.
Isaac. Yeah. So again, that was kind of cool, I thought, because you do see Isaac now in what's that guy's name? Jeremy Washington. Jeffrey Wright. Come on, Jeremy Washington. JW.
Jeffrey Wright.
Dude. Come on. Great actor.
J-Dubs.
Okay, American, whatever that movie was that I forgot we saw Mike and I in the theaters when he was really good, Oscar nominated, American something. Obviously Hunger Games.
Yeah, when he's a writer or whatever.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? American Fiction.
Yeah. And he's also Westworld.
Westworld, that's right. Westworld, great show, dude. Yeah. Casino Royale,
that's right.
And he always had like his voice. When his voice is like deep and soft, like you're just fucking like
into it.
Like you're just trying to listen,
hone in on it.
And you see again, like his character development through one episode has been, I think, the best this entire season.
100%.
Because you see this guy who, like you said, has that guilt in the decision he's making when he's killing these Fedra guys. But he's like, you know what, dude? Like, Fedra failed me. Yeah. I'm fighting for what's good. Yeah. Okay, next time you see him, he's like waxing poetic about these fucking copper pan sets. Yeah. And you're like, wow, like you get this insight. And like, exactly. Like he wasn't, like his insight of what his life was like, how he was this kind of shy, timid man, wasn't good with women, used his cooking, right? His skills as a cook to impress women. It's like, I always dreamt of having a sweet fucking French, whatever, all clad set. And he's like, now it's funny, like, cause now you're in the apocalypse and you kind of have these things. And he goes, you know what's good about these? They heat up quick. And then you fucking cut. And he's torturing this guy, dude. So like you see in literally 5 minutes of his screen time, the arc that he had, the fucking, I'm doing this for good. And then it was the level. And then now it's just fucking, I got to do whatever I can, dude.
The exclamation point was when he realizes that the guy's never going to talk.
Yeah, dude.
And he just puts out his other hand to get burned. And he's just like, fuck this.
Like
boom,
nothing,
pop,
dude. Bang.
See you later.
So,
and then you see the pull out and it's what's his face? Or no, that was before when you're hearing the screaming. You see the guy that had chosen that he had picked to go,
and he's just as hard.
Like, he's a good thing that's happening to them.
Scumbag scars.
Yeah,
so like those two characters, I'm already in on them, dude. Yeah. Like that was sick.
Yeah, but see, I like them more than I like the fucking Abby girl.
Ooh, yeah.
Like the Abby girl story again. The revenge. This is fucking way better.
I know, right?
This is like, all right, this dude made a decision. He really had to show that he made the decision, and now he's
going to die about his decision.
It's going to be crazy.
He probably will die because of his decision.
And there's going to be some altercations in there.
Yeah,
I'm excited for it.
Me too, dude. I'm loving Isaac, dude.
Yeah.
And then, oh man, when Mike saw the penis, dude, he was like, yeah.
Joey couldn't look.
No, dude, it was funny. Funny, dude.
It was hilarious.
It was slow. I was expecting more.
Yeah, I mean, again, I feel like it's going to be... There was a lot of things that got explained. A lot of things that you kind of like wrapped your head around and go, all right, finally, like, that's what that meant. And then now you're just kind of waiting. You're waiting for the next big... I'm waiting for the next big, like, attack. I'm waiting for the next big, like, just deformed bodies coming at these people with messed up heads and shit.
Wow.
Because you got all of it. You got a lot of it. You got a lot of it in the first.
Yeah, you did, episodes. Dude. And even like that the scene, I don't know why I'm forgetting, but the subway scene was this past episode, right? Yeah. When they were running through. Yeah. We watched obviously the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And I actually really enjoyed this one at the episode because it went a lot into the set designers and the costume department.
Nice.
Those people hanging in the broadcasting, real people.
Oh yeah.
Makeup, yep.
Nice.
And they're like, yo, we were like, we gotta use real people, make it feel real, put like that eeriness into the actors and make everyone really feel like this is like, holy shit, dude, with the guts out and shit. Same thing for the train thing. That set was real.
Yeah.
And he said the set woman comes on, she was like, yo, this is a set designer's dream to have like a canvas like this, set up the trains, whatever. We had so much fun with this set, practicing, fucking running with the cables, and then the choreographing with the extras and the costume department and what we want the zombies to be doing. And it was really cool to see that. Like that they went heavy into the production element.
That's
not
awesome.
just like the storytelling and the writing and the acting.
Good. You need
that I thought was really super cool. And I think you did see that. You did resonate. That did, like I said, resonate to the viewer through the screen, which I think made those parts better.
Yeah.
Which was nice. That they're not just in front of some blue screen or whatever.
Yeah. They're
like
actually
it's cool to see, dude.
Yeah.
So, and then there's another point I wanted to make, dude.
And I forgot how we ended.
Well, Isaac, that's basically how Isaac ended, right? With the pop.
Yeah.
And then they are viewing the explosion in that white building. That's how the episode ends.
Yeah.
And they're realizing
that's where they have to go. Okay.
We gotta fucking go in there, I guess, dude.
And that was the holding hands thing.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, again, transition episode, get us to where things go, and we got introduced to a good character.
We did. Isaac is sick.
Yeah.
By
episode 3 or episode 4 of last season, that's when we had the episode with the two guys. What's Hofferman?
Yeah, fucking
remember that
Frank and whoever,
like
Tom
the one
or Bob.
individual scene where you just went, oh shit, this was amazing.
Mm-hmm. See, I'm hoping that they do continue to expand on the storylines like that, because that obviously that standalone episode with Bob, with Frank or whoever.
Yeah. I mean,
obviously wasn't in the game,
but it was beautiful. It was amazing.
They used like context clues from the game, and like made up the scenario that turned out to be very like believable and real.
Yeah, like it would have made sense.
And
being
it made sense to people who played the game, and it also was new to those people. So that's why like that was sick.
Yeah,
like for me. Like that's really impressive. That's a great way to bring something
nice
new,
surprise,
and it just fucking fits right in there,
and
dude.
It worked.
And it worked perfectly, dude. Yeah. So, I'm kind of, hoping we can see that. Maybe they are going to continue to do that with Isaac again, the backstory, maybe things we don't know about him.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's fine. Or maybe even like we get some flashbacks to Abby. We haven't had many flashbacks this episode.
Yeah. And
like I said, the part 2 of the game heavily reliant on flashbacks.
Very much so.
That's how you uncover a lot of, the 5 years of Joel and Ellie that we missed.
Figuring out what the hell happened.
Exactly, dude. So I don't know. You mentioned this is another like transition episode. I don't know if we're gonna get like next episode a lot of action.
Yeah.
We're
doing 8 episodes, right?
Yeah, 8 episodes. And I already feel like I'm just trying to remember like obviously the scars play a big role in the game. And that's like a huge portion of you going through their camp and shit.
We haven't walked into the wolves.
The wolves' den really either. Yeah,
they had an army at the end of one of the episodes.
Right,
just
the last episode. Yeah,
strolling through. Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of curious to see where we go and how they do. I guess continue the story here, because I feel like it could be like a while before we see some action, like action in terms of like
real stuff.
Like Abby,
you know what? I don't think we will, because of the fact that it is the show, and you have to kind of like get it moving. You have 4 episodes left to tell us this whole story,
right?
And make it entertaining. Which again, it's at like a 70% for me going. Like I'm like waiting. I'm like
70% gone.
No. Like I'm in it, but I'm holding on. Mm-hmm. I'm holding on. I'm like
holding on.
I think something can happen. Not knowing the storyline period. So, but we'll see. We shall see.
We shall see is right. Episode 5 coming out on Sunday. So, Mike, you gonna watch it?
He's totally gonna watch it.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm in.
He's in.
I said word. Ain't never told no lie.
That's right.
Yeah, dude. I guess I'm still in too.
Good. Everyone, we're in.
I mean, we gotta see it out.
We gotta finish it up. Yeah. 50%.
I don't gotta do shit.
You gotta do all the shit.
You gotta take shit.
I will say though, I feel like an impromptu gaming corner Last of Us Part 2 is in.
Maybe that's what you do tomorrow.
Tomorrow we're doing.
No, tomorrow we gotta do Nintendo, because we got a guy coming in.
If you want to come in live from home.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, you can come in live from home. You can come in live in person if you want to, or whatever you want to do, dude.
Live.
You're always invited. Gaming corner GC action, dude.
GC.
The more the merrier, dude. That's what I always say.
We have a tour coming in too.
Yes.
Sir. Oh, I know.
Yeah, 7 o'clock,
Gaming
dude. So like,
Corner.
it's gonna be gaming corner. Then he's gonna come in and he's gonna do whatever he wants.
Nice.
With you.
Yeah, with you, Manny.
No, with Tony.
No, not me. I'm off limits.
No, you're
Like
not.
you know those red rope partitions. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have that around me.
Right.
Like, you can't come in here.
Please do not.
Can't touch me.
Don't
Can't
touch
cross the red ropes. Don't touch me. Michael's not finding that funny.
me. No, he's not.
Well, you know what?
Doesn't accept you for it.
Those are my terms.
Terms.
All right.
I mean, yeah, no, you're the
He can
guy
touch
they're
you.
gonna do
No, he'll
whatever
touch
they
you,
want
dude.
to, so.
He'll touch you, dude.
Touch it.
Touch it. All right. Well, I mean, that's pretty much it for our reviews.
Yeah. It's good.
I would say pretty solid. I mean, if you haven't watched The Last of Us, you should really get on top of it.
Yeah.
If you did, I mean, let us know what you think in the comments. Call in, dude. Number, ticker, 646-285-159. You know, you can call in.
Whatever. We got next.
I'd love to hear what you would think, dude. I would love to hear
You would love to hear.
what people think.
You cold-blooded bastard.
What do we have next, dude?
I can feel it.
We don't have any rapid fire news.
No.
Which is fine. Which is fine, dude.
No rapid fire.
I guess we're going to a YouTube video of the day would be our next thing.
Ooh.
So let's go YouTube video of the day. And we have a very interesting and for the first time a Manny submission here,
Dude, this is like
which I'm pretty stoked about,
This
dude.
is college time for me. This video came out and I couldn't stop laughing, and it is dumb.
All right,
It is beautifully dumb.
explain it.
I don't even know how to explain it. It is called Llama with Hats.
Mhm.
And two characters,
Mhm.
two llamas just talking, and it is dark
Mhm.
humor, but it is funny.
Mhm.
And as dark as it is, it's lighthearted.
Yes, it is. It
as
is-
weird as it is to say those contradicting things.
It is kind of wild.
Yeah.
And it is like they're like 2 minutes each, 2
Yep.
to 3 minutes, sometimes
like
90
5,
seconds,
yeah.
dude. And it's just like a little gag. 2 llamas with hats
Two llamas
are
with hats.
standing, like they're not even moving,
Yeah.
you know.
They're just talking.
And it is created. I forget the guy's name.
I have-
But the guy is the same guy who did Charlie the Unicorn.
Oh, did he?
Yes,
Nice.
same guy who did that. But I was never really into llamas with hats.
I just.
I do remember hearing about it.
I died laughing. when I
But it
watched
is funny, dude.
It's brilliant.
And you'll get the idea once you watch this one. We're gonna watch the full one.
Which one are we watching? We're watching
I think this is number 2.
ship.
The
Yeah.
cruise ship,
The
dude, which
cruise
definitely
ship.
gave me a good chuckle. Okay, dude.
Yeah.
So let's just check it out, dude. Let's just check it out. Let me just make sure everyone can see it. Yeah, let's check it out. Everyone can hear it.
Carl, what on earth was all that?
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
You sunk an entire cruise ship, Carl.
Are you sure that was me? I would think I would remember something like that.
Carl, I watched you fire a harpoon into the captain's face.
That sounds dangerous.
You were headbutting children off the side of the ship.
That must have been horrifying to watch.
And then you started making out with the ice
Well,
sculptures.
thank God that the children weren't on board to see it.
Carl, why is the lifeboat all red and sticky?
Well, I guess you could say it is red and sticky.
Carl, what are we standing in?
Would you believe it's strawberry milkshake?
No, I would not believe that.
Melted gumdrops.
No.
Boat nectar.
No.
Some of God's tears.
Tell me the truth, Carl.
Fine. It's the lovely elderly couple from 2B.
Carl!
Well, they were taking all the crescent rolls.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
I will not apologize for art.
Where are the other lifeboats?
Whoa, you won the prize. I didn't even notice that.
Where are the other lifeboats, Carl?
Looking at the trajectory of the moon and the sun, probably at the bottom of the ocean, I bet lots of holes in them.
Carl!
I have a problem. I have a serious problem.
You are just terrible today.
Shh. Do you hear that? That's the sound of forgiveness.
That's the sound of people drowning, Carl.
That is what forgiveness sounds like. Screaming and then silence.
Oh.
God,
That's
how good
good.
it is.
So you get the idea.
Screaming and then there's silence.
And there's I don't know a dozen of them. I
Yeah,
think.
it's
And they are good, dude. You can watch every single one.
the original is ridiculous.
The
first one
the
is
first
so
one?
mind-boggling.
I gotta see if I can pull it up.
It is so ridiculous.
Llamas with hats, dude.
It's
Llamas.
just the shock value of it. You're just like, what am I watching?
This first one, I think this is the
Yeah,
first one.
yeah.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
dude. Yo, yeah. This is the one I definitely watched in like high school.
This brings back those memories.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there is a dead human in our house.
Oh, hey. How did he get here?
Carl, what What did you do?
Me? I didn't do this.
Explain what happened, Carl.
I've never seen him before in my life.
Why did you kill this person, Carl?
I do not kill people. That is my least favorite thing to do.
Tell me, Carl, exactly what you were doing before I got home.
All right. Well, I was upstairs.
Okay.
I was sitting in my room.
Yes.
Reading a book.
Go on.
And this guy walked in.
Okay.
So I went up to him.
Yes.
And I stabbed him 37 times in the chest.
Carl, that kills people.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
How could you not know that?
Yeah, I'm in the wrong here. I suck.
What happened to his hands?
What's that?
His hands. Why are they missing?
Well, I kind of cooked them up and ate them.
Carl.
Well, I was hungry, and well, when you crave hands, that's.
Why on earth would you do that?
I was hungry for hands. Give me a break.
Carl.
My stomach was making the rumblies
Carl.
that only hands would satisfy.
What is wrong with you, Carl?
Well, I kill people and I eat hands. That's two things.
Just brilliant.
Carl.
Yep. Carl.
Oh, that's good, dude. So those are your YouTube videos of the day. And then Josh
B's confused.
No rapid fire fucking news. Not today, dude. Sometimes it happens. But of course, you know the deal with that YouTube video of the day. Brought to you by Beef Octane, dude.
Ooh.
You know the deal by now. Beef jerky, Beef Octane. That's what you want. BeefOctane.com. Discount code Downtime TV, 10% off, dude. Check it out. And enjoy yourself some jerky, dude.
Jerky.
And I guess that'll bring us to our final segment, unless you guys have something you want to talk about. Otherwise, were you watching Rocko's Modern Life?
No, man. Mobland, another
Big
good episode
Lebowski,
through. Big
Mobland.
Lebowski was phenomenal. Watched that again. Watched The Princess Bride again the other day.
Black Mirror is worth it.
Black Mirror.
Season 5 now? Season 6?
Yeah, I think
7?
7, 8, 9? Who?
I don't know.
We'll see. I'm going to check it out.
I'm going to check it out, dude.
I only checked out a few of the other ones from the last episode.
Okay.
Last season, at least.
Last episode.
Last episode. Hold up.
All right, dude. Let's get to the VHS.
Dude, get to it. Get to it so good. VHS. Yeah.
Yeah, jingle for that, dude.
Nickelodeon.
All right, we're starting with DVDs.
Start them.
DV Tuesday. Fuck.
TV Tuesday.
DV Tuesdays.
Mini DV Tuesday.
DV Tuesdays, dude. We got DVD on right over here. It was Miss Sunshine.
Show me. Ooh, a little
Check
bit
it
of
out,
sunshine.
dude. That's a good movie right there. There's some good movies on in the studio.
It's
But
a good movie right
in any case, this is going to start off with X-Men Days
Attaboy.
of Future Past here. Classic. Hugh Jackman, you thought he was done before this,
Nope.
but he's even going to do more
10
after.
more years.
So
Okay,
many
dude.
years.
Jennifer Lawrence, Michael Fassbender, who's
I think that
honestly
completes our X-Men collection.
is like
though.
an amazing Magneto, by the
Yeah,
way.
he is. He's one of the best.
Like, it's fucking sick,
He's
dude.
awesome. I like
Yeah,
him.
that
But I
ends
don't
up
know,
those.
like, which one. Like, I don't know, dude, because Ian McKellen's in this too.
Ooh,
Looks
the
like.
McKellenmeister.
See, so like you got both Magnetos, you got both fucking Professor
Both,
X's.
both.
So I
Either
don't know.
way, it's
I
good.
never saw this one, but
Good
check
pull,
it out,
though.
dude.
Good pull, though. Good pull.
Next up, speaking of good pulls,
Ooh,
Bang! Chappelle Sup
God, I love that.
season 2.
One of my favorite
Chappelle
DVDs.
Show.
Dude, I bought on eBay the first season. Or I think I bought like a bundle. It had all of the seasons on them or something. Dude, the first episode, just the first episode alone is mind-blowingly good.
Mhm.
Mind-blowingly good. And everything that you forgot about, every skit you forgot about that pops up, your brain just goes, holy crap. And it brings you back to the moment you watched it. It's insane.
Let's read this tagline real quick. Dave pays homage to the first black person to use a white toilet. I mean, come on. All right, next up, dude. I guess this is going to be a double feature
Double
here.
whammy.
Because we have seasons 1 and 2 of 2.5 Men, baby.
Look at you.
We're talking classic Charlie Sheen. Who's the other guy? Alan? No, what's his name?
His name in the show
John
is
Cryer.
Cryer.
John Cryer.
Yep.
16 Candles. John Hughes. Whatever, dude. And the kid. Funny. And in my opinion, I mean, obviously the show is way better with Charlie.
Way better.
It's unfortunate what happened.
He went crazy.
I remember actually recently, John Cryer, I saw an interview pop in my feed where he talks about like how crazy the last couple seasons with him were, because you know people knew of his lifestyle, but he never like it never affected his work. He said like he just comedic timing all there,
Yeah.
but he's like that last season there was just like
Something.
a little something slow, like his timing was just a little off.
Yeah.
And that's when he started. Obviously, you know what happens after that. But he was saying, he was like, to anyone else, like if you didn't work with that guy for 8 straight years, you probably would have never guessed.
I bet.
How crazy is that? The amount of drugs he was on.
I bet.
Tiger's blood.
So
Tiger blood.
Winning. And then we have Power Rangers, Ninja Storm.
There you go.
I was gonna make a storm noise, but what is a storm noise? Michael, you got a beat on this one?
No,
This is beyond us.
That's beyond us. But you know, Power Ranger people, like they like
PPP.
the true ones.
PRP.
They love them all.
Power Ranger people.
Yeah.
PRP. Power Ranger people.
Pump up the power with Clash of Super Megazords.
Megazordin fun.
Every Ranger you know should never trust an evil space ninja.
Never. You
No,
should
that's
never.
That's like one of the
trust a
first
space
rules,
ninja,
dude, in life.
Yeah. Never trust a space ninja.
No.
Wow,
Never.
they battle. The resulting Megazord battles and Toxipod tangles land.
Whoa.
Man, that's what happens.
I don't know, dude, but that sounds pretty gnarly for the Power Ranger Ninja Storm, dude. They got a bike. They're a nice
Ninja
Ducati.
Storm. Ooh, little Ducat.
Little Ducati.
Ducati with a body.
2 VHS.
No, what about
tapes.
you didn't grab the Hulk?
No, I didn't.
That's
Where is it? Behind you?
Yeah.
All right, well, then there's your answer.
Well, you asked me about it.
Yeah.
I figured you had gotten it.
No, I was just curious.
Hit me with it.
This is gonna be one that's like don't watch. Home Alone fucking 5.
Oh shit.
See,
that's like a 1. That's like a 0.
like this is yeah.
Oh,
That's
You
like
got
it came out in
fucking
03.
is it Ernest? No, who's the guy from Third Rock from the Sun who was like the weirdo one?
Oh yeah, no, fuck that.
That dude.
That doesn't even deserve to be shown.
I know.
I understand why you
French
have it.
Stewart and Missy Pyle.
No, don't even read it.
And Michael Weinberg is the kid. That name kind of sounds familiar,
How
but
stupid it sounds.
yeah, dude, this is definitely not a hilarious comedy that the whole family is sure to love.
It's not. Nobody loved it.
This is 83 minutes of absolute
bullshit.
dog shit.
Dog shit.
Like, put your hand in a bag and then pick this up and then do the old inside out because it's dog shit. Next movie, which is I ended for this other reason, it's actually playing in the studio right now.
Oh yeah.
And you didn't grab Clerks either.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Is this the grinder?
This is Grind.
This is the dirty grind.
This is arguably one of the best movies ever made, and I will stand by that.
I love this movie.
It is so good.
We're talking about a movie. What year did it come out? 04?
This is at the peak of like the Bam Margera era.
03. Yes, dude. So this is like
Man,
you're thinking 2003, fucking Tony Hawk, PS2, X Games are getting popular.
Huge.
You got Shaun White probably somewhere in there.
Yeah.
You got fucking Travis Pastrana, Dave
Nitro
Meara, Ken
Circus.
Block. You got the boys.
You got the BMX
Tony Hawk
circus.
is still around. Andy McDonald, Bob Burnquist, and this is a time where they, for I think the first time probably ever, you're getting the extreme games here becoming more mainstream.
Everything.
You have Jackass going on also
Bam's in
at the
this
same
movie, I
time.
think,
Band's
too.
this movie, Danger Aaron,
Danger
Wee
Aaron,
Man,
yeah.
not Chris Pontius. Fuck,
Steve-O.
Steve-O.
no, the Fat Man, Preston Lacey.
Preston Lacey. Yeah.
Dude,
It's the best. I love
amazing
it, yeah.
mishmash, and then obviously you get some real skaters in here.
The story.
The story is awesome.
Yeah.
Classic coming of age movie. The boys from high school, one shot, one opportunity. Get Jimmy our tape here. The skate tape, the demo tape. They're a ragtag group of fucking
We're a team.
Neanderthals,
Yeah.
dude. All right.
The
Adam
band.
Brody,
Fucking
fucking
Clown
Sweet Lou,
School
dude. Dude, the clown school thing, dude.
With what's his face?
With Randy Quaid.
Quaid, yeah.
Like, what a fucking turn of events for Matt here.
Yeah.
And the sister, dude.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And obviously the soundtracks, the scenes of the actual skating, the way it's shot.
Everything.
And it has like that American Pie comedy,
Yep.
like that just early 2000s goodness to film, and it makes you want to be a professional skateboarder. Dude.
It does.
And it's fucking sick, man. Like this thing is everything you ask for and more, dude.
Agreed.
Really can't say much more about this movie, honestly. Sweet Lou.
Sweet Lou.
What's that guy's name? Who's the guy, the podcast guy? Tom Green.
Yeah.
Tom Green's in it.
Yep.
He's the guy at the fucking skate shop.
Yep.
Jimmy was Jimmy. You guys here to see Jimmy?
Yeah.
Jimmy was Jimmy.
Jimmy was off the hook.
Yeah.
Off the hook.
They're like, what are you talking about?
Jimmy, he was here already.
Off the hook.
The demo was Saturday. The demo was yesterday. He already came. He already came. So funny.
It is.
It already happened. Yeah. What's good? Let's just pull up the fucking scene, dude. At this point,
Yeah, you
dude.
got to.
I hope it doesn't get us taken down or anything. Grind. Tom Green. There it is. What's good? Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
Look at
What's
that
good?
hair.
So
Yeah, dude. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Let me share it with the folks at home here. Josh B. I know he wants to. No, Josh B. probably never watches.
nah, probably not.
Ernie definitely not either. Let's see. Let's check it in, dude. Check it in. Check it up.
Pack it up, pack it in.
Pack it up. Pack it in. How about a little bit of that? I guess. That's fine right there.
That's
dude.
good.
What's good? Shut the fuck up. I'm
No,
the
do
producer.
that.
Jimmy Wilson demo. Check this cut. Excuse me. We're here for Jimmy's demo. Jimmy Wilson. Do you know Jimmy?
Jimmy was gnarly. Jimmy was Jimmy. Jimmy was off the hook. Off the hook. You know? Jimmy was
I'm sorry, did you say was?
Did you guys see today's Saturday. Today's Sunday. The demo was yesterday.
God damn it.
It happened.
Did you guys see Jimmy was like yeah, Saturday, man. Saturday. Demo was Saturday. Today's Sunday.
Said that.
So then Saturday plus a day is Sunday.
It happened already.
It already happened. I think you guys missed a day.
Mm-hmm. We lost it.
Jimmy was something. He was
Sweet
he was old school. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He was like,
All right, well, what do we do? I mean, since we're already
Park?
here,
Jimmy was
there's not much we can do now, so at least we can probably skip a lot.
you guys know Jimmy?
No. Is it cool if we just...
Jimmy was gnarly, bro. It was awesome, dudes.
Do you mind if we at least just set some cones up out there, do a little demo of our own? You want to skate the front?
Want to say the park? So yeah, it's basically grind.
It's
right
basically
there, dude.
grinded.
Grindage. That's it for the episode. Turn off your fucking mic, Mike. What was that?
Yo. What the fuck? Mike.
Not anymore.
You got anything else, dude? You got anything?
Nope.
That's pretty much it.
Fantastic.
Right?
Great way to end. Mike,
Mike, dude. All right. I guess that's it, dude.
let me tell you about Jimmy. He was like,
You guys know Jimmy?
you guys know Jimmy?
Jimmy was Jimmy.
So, so like Saturday plus a day?
Saturday.
It's Sunday.
The demo was Saturday,
Saturday.
yesterday. Jimmy was played by the guy from Dazed and Confused too.
Love it.
What's his name? Jeremy Long or no?
London?
Jeremy London.
Yeah.
Druggy.
Druggy.
Lost it.
Didn't do well.
You hate to see that, dude, because he had potential.
You did?
I forget what movie he was into where it wasn't good. He was losing it.
Out Cold was great with him.
Maybe that was it. Drunk, set, drugs, high.
Makes sense.
I know. Wouldn't that be sick, dude? You know?
Yeah, dude.
But in any case, I want to thank everyone for tuning in here for this Binge Buddies Tuesday night, whatever, dude, May 6th. Binge Buddies back in the saddle next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Usual no Manny. Back in the saddle is Sportsport tomorrow, 10 a.m.
morning.
Covering the past 48 hours of sports, dude.
No idea. It's coming your way.
You have no idea what's coming your way. Brian Barnaby is coming your way.
You have no idea what's coming.
I say that's about it. If you guys are new here to Downtime, and you're watching on YouTube, check out the rest of our channel. Subscribe, notifications button. You don't miss a damn thing. If you enjoyed this show, Binge Buddies, every Tuesday at 8 p.m., you'll see Manny putting his hand up and down like that. And then tomorrow, Gaming Corner at 7 p.m., special guest, museum goer. Going to be intense. I don't know what to expect, but I think it's going to be sick, dude. So definitely tune in to Downtime tomorrow. Be on the lookout for some more skits as well. Josh B with the fucking hands. Manny's getting up, dude. He's giving the people what they want right now, dude. And what they want is to go to bed.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.